Welcome to the first episode of the podcast. Today I'm with a special guest, Cesar.
Yo, what's up, guys?
Today we're going to talk about sports and injuries related and rap and anime and the stuff we should stop in 2019. Let's talk about it. Alright, first thing first. The NBA Finals. Today is going to be what, game
four?
Game 4. Golden State Warriors versus the Raptors. Who do you have?
Obviously, from the Bay Area, Raptors are a good team, but I think Warriors are going to steal Game 4. We need to.
Y'all have to, because if y'all don't take it, it'll be 3-1. And then we're going back home to the Raptors.
Yeah, there's only been one team has won the championship after going down 3-1.
Yeah.
Cavaliers, it was very disappointing for us Warriors fans.
I mean, I feel like that game, the free agency after that brought y'all KD. So
That's true.
It was a loss, but after that, y'all won 2 championships?
Yeah, back to back. Yeah. So hopefully
y'all look for a 3-peat.
Yeah, hopefully do the 3-peat.
But I don't know. I feel like the Raptors finna take it all the way. No cap. You have Kawhi Leonard, Finals MVP.
You're right.
He's been on the stage before when he was younger.
You're right.
22, got Finals MVP.
You're right.
And now he's with a better teammate, better team. No diss to the Spurs, but they got Kyle Lowry, Serge Ibaka, Marcus.
Danny Green was on the Spurs.
Yeah, you're right. He
was part of the trade package.
Sharpshooter. They won that trade. They got some good bench players. They have more bench than the Warriors.
Yeah, their depth is definitely better than ours this year.
The Warriors took a fat hit getting DeMarcus Cousins and KD. They lost their bench.
In Game 3, Danny Green, he shot 7 threes? Put the team on their back.
I mean, Kawhi's been doing the whole thing, this whole series, but Curry's been going off.
Curry popped off. It was definitely a LeBron moment. Like last year, for example, he dropped 51. He still lost. Curry dropped 47.
Still lost.
Nobody was trying. DeMarcus Cousins, horrible game. Jonas Jericho, horrible game. That man was missing wide open layups and stuff. DeMarcus Cousins, acting like a baby, trying to get every foul.
Do you feel like Klay finna make a difference today?
For sure. Because in Game 3, Curry was the one shooting. They were trying to guard him up, but with Klay, it's easier to spread the floor because they have to worry about 2 shooters. So I feel like it was just easier to isolate Curry, but give him some space, he'll still shoot the 3 in front of your face.
All right, we'll see about that. And then also about the injuries that's been happening lately.
You're right.
KD, you feel me? You think he's gonna return back to the finals?
Well, it was announced that he's not coming back today for Game 4. So we need to get this W, and hopefully he comes back Game 5.
Yeah, the Raptors need to take the advantage of having a KD-less Warriors.
Exactly. They need to. If they're gonna beat us, it's they gotta take this chance right now because
all the injuries that's happening.
Because even if we do go down 3-1, I feel like even if KD comes back, it's gonna be really hard to win the next 3 games. Because the Raptors,
the best. You have the best 2-way player on that
exactly.
team. Kawhi that could score and lock down your best player.
Right.
And then you have all these good supporting cast with him. But at the same time, I feel like the Raptors are really inconsistent.
That's true.
One player will pop off, the other player will be quiet. And it's all about who finna step up for Kawhi. Because Kawhi can't do it all on his own.
That's true. And also the defense is going to be different for sure. Because game 2, they were triple teaming, double teaming Curry. And, Klay would get open shots. But now they have 3 shooters once KD comes back.
And the primary scorer. That man, you cannot guard them. Kawhi will make it hard for him to score, but it's KD we're talking about. That man will drop 50 on your head.
They'll be trying to guard KD, double teaming him, but then they'll leave maybe Klay or Curry open. And then even if they're not open, rotate the ball, do a little screen or 2. Because Curry and Klay, arguably the best shooters in the NBA.
Facts.
Arguably, you give them any space, they're going to hit the shot, They
got the best ball movement, but how do you feel? Do you think KD hurts the Warriors, or do they make the Warriors better?
That's a tough question.
Because KD slows down the ball movement, and that's what the Warriors were known for back before KD. Their passing, their pick and rolls and such, and their pick and pop. You think if KD leaves this summer, would the Warriors still be good without him?
Obviously, yeah. They're still going to be a good team. Because the thing about KD made them, almost unstoppable. Like, they didn't, like, in a sense, they needed KD, but they didn't, because they won the championship without him. But, you know, KD was like their secret weapon.
Yeah, their little cheat code.
Their little cheat code.
Get them out of jail.
Like, yeah, exactly. Like, for sure, they're gonna go to the finals like every year with him, right? Because he's, you know, people last year they argued that he was the best player over LeBron. You know, I mean.
They forget. I mean, this is like the first playoff series without LeBron. And everybody's saying shit, Kawhi's the best player, KD's the best player, all because of one playoff series. But I don't know. They said the same thing about Kawhi not being a top 5 player after he had that little thing with the Spurs. You know, he got injured. He missed the season. But then I feel like Kawhi, compared to PG and, you know, shout out to D-Rose.
Yeah, shout out.
He had the biggest comeback from an injury. He took a season break, came back, went to a new team, and still managed to have other teams really scared of him. He took down the Bucks, the Sixers, and the Orlando Magic.
That's true.
In the playoffs. I mean, Orlando Magic is, you know, it's whatever.
I'm surprised they got a win during the first round against Toronto, game 1.
Yeah,
that was crazy. And then, you know,
it was just a fluke.
And then, you know, Celtics. That was kind of disappointing. You know, I had Celtics in game 7, but, you know, the Bucks took care of them. And then, but probably one of the best series we had was Sixers versus Raptors for sure.
Game winner, the first game winner on a game 7 ever.
Yeah, and you know, Canada, you know, Toronto, you know, first time going to the NBA to the championship in 24 years.
Their whole franchise.
That's tough. Where were you when Kawhi hit the game shot?
Where was I? No, I don't remember. I don't remember.
Well, I know it was Mother's Day. Oh, well, I mean. Yeah, we were celebrating Mother's Day that day. I was in Ray's Crab Shack, you know, watching the game. Everybody was just eating their food. And then people started to notice that, you know, it's a tie game. Clock was running. So everybody started to focus. And Kawhi took the shot and it bounced.
He was like, oh, shit.
So I was like, fuck, they're going to go to overtime. But then it bounced again. And then it went into the basket and everybody in Ray's Crab Shack just jumped up, you know, celebrating because I wanted the Raptors to win. You know, the Sixers, they're a good team. You know, but like Ben Simmons,
liability.
Like he can't shoot. Like not even mid range. He doesn't shoot that many mid range. But if he works on his shot, for sure they're gonna be a way better team next year.
I feel like if he works on his strength also, because he's like, I think it was a Giannis but shorter. But with a better vision. Like, he could pass you dimes.
Better core vision. Yeah, that's true. He's a really good point guard.
But he just can't score on his own.
Exactly.
But Giannis, he could body you and that's it. Dunks and all that.
Like, Giannis, he dunks a lot, but he can shoot.
Yeah.
It might not be, like, the best, but he still makes it. Yeah, he still takes and makes.
But at the same time, the fact that he would take those shots, the Raptors use that as their advantage and force him to take those shots instead of coming inside the paint.
That's true.
You know, they actually locked him up. And then, you know, I forgot who said it, but they said Giannis can't close games, and no cap, I agree with them.
That's true.
How you gonna close a game? You can't shoot. You know, everybody's gonna stay in the paint, and then they're gonna force you to take that jumper.
That's true. Oh, and speaking about the fact, who do you think is gonna be MVP this year?
James Harden.
James Harden.
I think Giannis needs to take it the upcoming season. He gonna learn from how he lost. Like, he was 3. They lost in game 6. He was like 2 games away from the finals, and then they exposed him, and I think he's gonna, for this off season, he's gonna work on his jumper for surely. For sure. But you know, at his age, he still has like a lot of time.
He's young. He's very young.
Really young. And to actually contend for the MVP against James Harden, James Harden's really good, but I don't see his team going to the finals. Not with his cast right now.
Yeah, they've been beat 3 times.
Like
by
James
the Warriors.
Harden, like he's good enough to get the MVP, but not good enough to bring his team to the finals. But I think Giannis is that person to bring his team to the finals.
Yeah, but James Harden's a monster, though. You know, he's putting up, I remember beginning of the season, back-to-back 30-point games, you know, 50s. Did he drop a couple 60s?
Like one
or two?
I know he had that 30-game stretch with the 30-point games.
Yeah.
That was really good.
And I read somewhere that, like, he beat the record for most consecutive games with 30 points. I think it was held by Kobe. Yeah. So, you know, Kobe, top 3 shooting guard of all time. You know, you got Michael Jordan, Kobe, and, you know, legends. We got a couple legends that retired this year with Dirk Nowitzki and Dwayne Wade.
Yup. I love Dirk. Dwayne Wade, he's cool. I feel like Harden, in my list is the top 5 shooting guard.
Top 5 shooting guard? For sure.
Derrick Rose. During his time, his prime.
Man.
Some people say it was not during his prime. He's heading towards it. But the injury, how you feel about that?
I mean, like, you know, obviously he was youngest MVP ever. You know, great. He was great, amazing player on the Bulls. You know, unfortunately he got injured. And like he came back, but the thing was that he was like injury prone.
Yeah.
So, you know.
And then a lot of people blamed that injury on the coach. But me personally, even though the coach put you out there, even though there's like you already clearly won, D Rose should have not been playing that hard.
The extra minutes, for
like,
sure.
Coach, even though he gave you the minutes, you shouldn't be playing that hard. Just pass the ball, you feel me? But he went in the paint and did some crazy hop step. And then,
oh, yeah. Well, because like he was really athletic.
Yeah.
You know, he could dunk. You know, like nowadays, you know, point guards are known for their scoring abilities, right? Because usually point guards are the smallest people on the court. So, you know, Derrick Rose, you know, always going to the rim, doing crazy dunks. You know, of course, you know, like over time he'd get tired, but you just keep on going. And unfortunately, that's him getting injured.
But I feel like this injury made him learn that it's all you can't really rely 100% on your athleticness.
Your athletic abilities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He finally learned how to like shoot the ball really well and become more of a scorer. He's still scoring the rim. Like his layup packages are really nice.
Yeah.
But I feel like now, this year, especially this year.
Yeah, with the Wolves. Yeah, Timberwolves.
He made the NBA look at him and be like, whoa, this dude still got it.
Yeah, when he dropped 50 points, you know, it was...
That shit was emotional.
It was very emotional for fans and even him.
Story.
You know, he was crying. You know, how can you hate Derrick Rose?
Exactly. He's like, this is impossible to hate him.
You know,
like that clip they showed us on I think ESPN when they showed him
getting traded to the Knicks. Yeah, that was sad, bro. He started crying. Remember that? I was like, because he put his heart and soul into the Chicago Bulls, and just like after he got injured, you know, started to slow down. Like they just gave up on him.
He was still young. He's still pretty young. He's
yeah.
28, 29, 30, something like that. He's really good. But like the past years, you know, even though he might not be an MVP again, I still find him to be able to like lead a team.
For sure.
He could be leading the team on the bench. Like he still could be a really good six man. Like any team that would have him now would be really, really good in the playoffs.
Yeah, honestly, like every team would be lucky to have him. You know, even like as a backup point guard, he's almost like he's like a starter.
Yeah.
You know, but he's really good. You know, in terms of shooting a lot more threes. In the NBA, you know, in general, everybody's shooting more threes.
And I feel like load management in general, I feel like that's really useful. Like a lot of people trip about it, like, well, I bought tickets to this game to watch this dude play, and now that dude is like not gonna play because of load management or like whatever. And I feel like I agree with you because you spent hella money on those tickets, but at the same time, this is the regular season. You're right. This regular season does not mean that much. As long as you're doing good and you make it to the playoffs. Playoffs is when it really matters. That's when it gets more intense. That's when you play more minutes, and the lineups and like the rotations are like tighter and smaller. And that's when it matters because you can't really rest that much because like one game can mean everything. It can mean the whole series.
Yeah, like it's definitely like you maybe get like a day or two to rest, like depending on if you win the game or lose the game. You know, like how many games, like if you sweep, you get longer days of rest. You get more days to like, you know, let your body catch up, recuperate. But then if it's just back to back games, you know, over time you're gonna get tired.
Yeah.
You know, like the Warriors, I feel like the reason they lost game 1. So I mean, they did get like outplayed in a sense, but they hadn't played in like a week or so. You know, because they finished their series quick. Or not quick, but like faster than...
Yeah, they swept the Blazers.
Yeah.
And then the Raptors had to go against the Bucks in Game 6. Coming off of a Game 7. From the Sixers. So the Raptors really going at it with all these teams.
So the Raptors kept the momentum.
Yeah, they just like, they still got that flow going. Kawhi Leonard recently, he gave his props up to load management, you feel me? How he like, all that resting during the regular season helped him play this high level in the playoffs, especially in the finals.
Because like, of course, like the regular season is very important because you need to win games to get to the playoffs. But like you don't want to get injured in the regular season. Yeah. So you miss.
Like, you might be the best player on your team, and once you get injured, it might be over for the rest of your team. Like, for example, the Lakers.
Yeah.
Everybody had them, like, what, top 5 seed in the Western Conference.
Yeah.
LeBron went down for 17 to 18 games. Lonzo went down. Ingram went down. Like, that team had a lot of injuries.
Yeah, for sure.
And then, but I wonder if they're able to make the playoffs with a healthy roster. Maybe with another superstar this upcoming summer.
Oh, yeah, this summer's going to be, I mean, there's going to be a lot of free agents. You know, it talks about, you know, KD leaving.
A lot of trades that could happen too with AD.
Exactly. Oh, the Anthony Davis trade, that's crazy. All the rumors. Like, basically, like, the Lakers are trying to trade, like, basically the whole roster for Anthony Davis, which, you know, honestly, I wouldn't have done because they're all young players.
Yeah.
So, you know, you could develop them. They're all pretty good. You know, like, Lonzo, he might not be the best shooter, but he can get you boards and dimes, you know.
And he's a really good defender.
He's a really good defender. Probably underrated. Like, not many people. I mean, he did get injured.
Yeah.
So we didn't get to see him, like, improve. But yeah, overall, the Lakers were a pretty good team. Everybody had them going to the playoffs, but, you know, injuries, like, derailed them, and they unfortunately didn't make it. But next year, I think they have a good shot.
And then the Pelicans might pair up with their
First
Zion.
pick. They might get Zion.
But no cap, personally, from my view, Zion will not be worth the hype. He's small. He's going to be another Charles Barkley. He'll be able to dunk and such, but this is the NBA we're talking about. We've seen countless amount of times that have been exposed by players that can't shoot. And I think Zion will not be able to find his jumper this whole upcoming NBA career. And he's really undersized. Like, Giannis, he can't shoot like that well, but he used his size to his advantage. And Ben Simmons can't shoot, but he has an ability to pass and see over. He's a point guard, oversized point guard. He's able to pass and such and move. Has like a point guard. But I feel like Zion will not be able to do that.
I don't know.
He might be a good role player that could defend well, but I don't see him doing well. I don't see him winning the Rookie of the Year this upcoming year.
Well, I mean, this draft class is a bit stacked, though. You know, his Duke teammates, R.J. Barrett, you know, Cam Reddish.
They have a lot of hype behind their names, but we say that about every draft class. You feel
That's
me?
true. That's true.
But then I feel like the best draft class will be probably last year's with Trae Young and with Luka.
Ooh.
DeAndre Ayton. Then he dropped what?
DeAndre Ayton had an
he had
underrated
a
season.
low-key season. He had 10 boards, 18 points or something like that?
16, 17 points or something like that.
Nobody talked about him.
Nobody talked about him. Because, because Luka was hitting over your game shots. Trae Young was hitting game shots. You know, a lot of people compare Trae Young to, like, the next Steph Curry. You know, obviously, you know, they both like shooting from deep. They both make the shots.
Yep.
You know, Trae Young, you could tell he's a gifted scorer. He could give you the ball.
Yeah, get his team involved.
And then Luka, you know, is basically the next Dirk.
He's a fundamental player.
Exactly.
Like, even if he's not athletic, he still can shoot the ball. And like I feel like this, hopefully him, Porzingis would do really well together.
Oh yeah.
Well, hopefully Porzingis stays healthy.
You know, because he just coming off an injury. You know, Gordon Hayward last year, you know, unfortunately he got injured. He came back, you know.
He had a few big games. Just a few. But
you know, he's not the same player, but, you know, he still has time to, like, you know, hopefully get there. Like in Paul George's case, you know, he got injured. He came back. He wasn't the same, but, you know, he adapted, changed up his game a bit.
Got better, and now he's running. He's like the top 3 on the MVP.
Yeah, he was runner up for the MVP. You know, he was a really good defender, really good scorer. You know, OKC, like, definitely needed him. You know, because it was a disappointing season last year with Carmelo.
Who did he go up against this playoff series?
The OKC Blazers.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Damian Lillard hit that game-winning shot against Paul George, you know, end of the season.
The OKC is probably one of the teams that's, like, really a disappointment. Like, you got one of the best two-way players in PG, you know, running up to Kawhi Leonard and Giannis. You have the really good point guard. I feel like that series, no matter what, like, I don't care what happened in that series, I still find Damian Lillard a third point guard. Like,
top 3?
Yeah. Curry, Westbrook, and Damian Lillard. Like,
no Kyrie?
No Kyrie. No, not Kyrie. Because I feel like, clearly, Kyrie cannot lead his team. We've seen this countless amount of times.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
He was, like, still young before LeBron came, so I want to count that. But after LeBron dipped, he went to the Celtics, injured. This season, he had a chance to prove himself. He want to be a leader. He's finna leave his own team for another team.
Oh, for the Nets. The Nets were a really good team. You know, they made it to the playoffs, but you know, unfortunately, it was against the Sixers. They lost to the Sixers. But D'Angelo Russell, you know, ex-Laker, you know, great season. Spencer Dinwiddie and Russell, you know, pretty good. They could shoot the ball. Jared Allen,
the athletic big man.
God, he blocked LeBron, blocked a lot of superstars.
They have 2 max contracts coming up. 2.
That's a lot. Yeah, they could do. And then you know, there's reports about Kyrie going to the Nets
and KD.
Ooh.
Over the Knicks, because the Knicks, their team is not that great. The Nets had a really good bounce back from all their trades.
And with the trades they did with Boston. It was right after 2008, after the championship. They just traded all their players for picks, and it's paying off now, I guess. But you know, the Celtics got some good picks too, though. You know, talents like Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum.
Yeah, Tatum. I don't know. Him, Jaylen Brown. They both of them had really like this kid's gonna be good. But look at them now. This season, they have not shown up like that. So I don't know. I feel like De'Aaron Fox would surely be good. All that draft class.
Oh yeah, the Sacramento Kings were pretty good. Ooh, Buddy Hield.
Oh,
underrated shooter for sure. Man could shoot.
That trade for Pelicans for DeMarcus Cousins was 100% worth it. They proved to him that was trade was really smart because DeMarcus Cousins ended up leaving.
Yeah.
To the Warriors. Well, he left the Pelicans to the Warriors.
Yeah.
And then.
Well, he was a free agent.
Oh yeah.
And then he was offered by the Pelicans, but ended up going. He was like, I'm gonna go with the Warriors.
And I feel like that was a shady move because that All-Star year, last year All-Star year, Anthony Davis wore his jersey.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, that's hella cool though.
That was.
And then you know, Boogie was like, psych, peace out.
Well, I mean, Anthony Davis wants to leave the Pelicans now too. Like honestly, I don't know where he could go. You know, people are saying like, you know, Lakers. Some people are saying the Celtics. I don't know. We're just gonna have to find out.
We'll see on the Cup season.
Yeah.